The issue is that boys are falling way behind in literacy, and we don't talk about that. By age 6, boys don't want to read with their mommy anymore because they think it's too girly. And they don't want to read with the family anymore because it's just not something that they want to do.
Mommy, tell me a bedtime story. My pussy hurts.
And women should start to become a little more feminine and understand that femininity is not weakness.
It might not be weakness to you because it really doesn't matter. Oh, for a guy though, oh baby, I love you so much, baby, please. Oh, you're my world, you're the center of my universe. Oh, cringe, cringe.
That's the issue. We have the same thing of men means, oh, they're scary and it's toxic, and toxic masculinity if they're a man who behaves like a man. And if a woman behaves like a woman, well, then she must be weak and fragile. And no, there is more power in femininity.
Stop the cap! Stop the cap!
In fact, it's true, I believe, that femininity is the one thing that can bring a man to his knees.
No, it's the one thing that brings you to your knees. Woo!
In fact, women have it pretty well because a woman can go to college, she can get like a law degree and, get married and have a child and decide, you know what? I miss my kid every time I leave him, and I just want to be home and I want to be mom, and my husband can afford to take care of us. Women have that choice. It's extraordinary.
Listen, you and me, we're gonna get married. We're both gonna work very hard, and no one's gonna raise a child. They're just gonna be sitting there in the house. No one to nurture them. You and me, we're gonna be making that bread, stacking that cash. You know what? I got this gender study degree. I'm gonna monkey branch off of you. Oh yeah. Oh, a stay-at-home husband? No, I don't know about that. He's too feminine. Oh, that's a little weak for me. I can't do it.
Men are the ones who spread the seed. Men are the ones who have sex with a lot of women. All of a sudden, women are doing it, and I say, you know what? No, women don't really want to have sex like men. They want to have sex like women. And what they're doing is they are listening to this narrative that in order to be equal to men, they have to be men. And that happens even when it comes to sex with 22-year-olds.
Oh, I gotta whore this body out because everybody else is having sex. I want to have sex too. Yeah, I believe in monogamy, but I'm only sleeping with the top 20% of guys.
And you talk to them and they're like, I don't know, when I'm 40, maybe I'll find a 25-year-old. They're not worried at all.
Right. No, and also because they don't have a biological clock and all of that. But you are a prime example of a guy who decided that wasn't enough. And you manned up your own life. Look at what you're doing, right? You're the guy who said, no, this is not fulfilling for me to only skateboard or sit on the couch or Tinder porn watch, right? You decided that, no, I have potential. I have great potential. I don't even know my potential because I haven't even started it yet. And then you did, and you're still going, and you're still going. You're building a media empire, right? You're a man. And that's sexy to women. It is not sexy for a guy to be sitting on the couch, swiping on Tinder. Women don't find that appealing.
But it works for them.
Well, it doesn't. There's also a lot of men who are depressed. A lot of men who, unfortunately commit suicide. A lot of men who are overdosing, who are aimless, and they're getting older, and they don't know how to get out of it. And I'm hoping one of the silver linings of COVID is that men who are forced to be alone, that there was no other choice, maybe life needs a little more meaning. And again, that's where a partner, a woman or man in his life can help him get there.
You guys notice how that was like a paradox of BS? Like, oh, it's just dudes skating around, they're not worrying about getting married, settling down or anything. They're having unplanned babies and everything. And got other friends that are just focusing on themselves, going to college, building the empires. It's like, well, yeah, sometimes it works out for them or not, but the depressed guys, they need partners. Like, what? Okay, let's be real. If it's loneliness, then we can just say only top 20% of men are getting play. Whose fault is that, right? Like, you guys already know we want sex, but, like, it just doesn't work like that. But I just don't understand, like, even though that's the case, we're bombarded with OnlyFans and all these social platforms with just chicks shaking their ass and shit, and yet you guys want traditional men and you want to settle down and act like the past isn't a problem or how you think isn't a problem. No, that's oh man, it's a paradox of BS. Like, oh, I'm gonna build this empire and I'm gonna flip a coin, and then all of it's half the chance I'm just gonna continue with this empire, or it's all just gonna get blown away. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know about that, Bob.